Hello and welcome to Nampusha Podcast. Today, I want to share with you a deeply moving tale from the Noh play Yorimasa, which delves into the story of a warrior, his defeat, and the art of fading with honor. 滅びの美学. For those of us who appreciate stories of seasoned warriors, this one resonates deeply. It's not merely about the end of a battle or the life of a warrior. It's about an aesthetic that Zeami, the master of Noh, captured so beautifully. The art of fading with honor. It's a fleeting brilliance, a radiance that exists in the moment of downfall, and in that moment, the story becomes all the more unforgettable. This concept speaks to the heart of Japanese culture and the way life's impermanence is embraced. The tale begins with a traveling priest who arrives in Uji and encounters an elderly man, mysterious yet familiar. The old man offers to guide him through the historic sites of the region. As they walk, the priest notices a patch of grass near Byōdō-in temple, shaped like a fan. Intrigued, he asks the old man about its origin. The elderly man tells the priest the story of Minamoto no Yorimasa, a noble warrior who was defeated in battle. At this very spot, he spread out his fan and took his own life. The patch of grass that remains is now known as the fan-shaped lawn, Ogi no Shiba. Moved by this story, the priest begins to recite prayers for Yorimasa's soul. Just then, the old man reveals his true identity. He is the spirit of Yorimasa himself. And with that revelation, he vanishes, leaving the priest in silent contemplation. The priest continues his journey and is approached by a villager who adds more details about the battle that led to Yorimasa's tragic end. The villager speaks of Yorimasa's call for rebellion, his retreat to Byōdō-in, and the intense battle at Uji River. He encourages the priest to continue praying for the warrior's soul before departing. Now, deeply engrossed in the story, the priest decides to rest for the night, hoping to encounter Yorimasa's spirit once again. As night falls, the ghost of Yorimasa reappears. Though he had taken religious vows, he still wears the armor of a warrior, an enduring symbol of his connection to his warrior past. With sorrow and dignity, he recounts the events that led to his downfall, the rebellion, the desperate retreat, and the battle at Uji River. He speaks of how his forces tried to stop the advancing Heike army by removing the planks from Uji Bridge, only for the enemy to surge forward. Outnumbered and knowing his defeat was inevitable, Yorimasa composed his death poem. 埋もれ木の花咲くこともなかりしに、実のなる果てぞ悲しかりける。A buried tree that never blossoms nor bears fruit, so too does my life fade into obscurity. How sorrowful this fate! With these words, he laid his fan upon the grass and ended his life. Yorimasa's ghost speaks not just of the battle, but of the fleeting nature of life itself. His death is not born of despair, but of dignity, an intentional choice to depart with grace rather than linger in obscurity. This is the essence of the art of fading with honor. 滅びの美学. The moment when life burns brightest before it disappears, much like the fleeting beauty of a cherry blossom falling to the ground. As dawn approaches, Yorimasa's spirit asks for continued prayers, then fades into the shadows of the fan-shaped lawn, disappearing like a whisper in the wind. This story of Yorimasa goes beyond the historical. It is a profound reflection on impermanence, honor, and the beauty of choosing one's own departure. His final act, his quiet acceptance of fate, embodies a uniquely Japanese aesthetic. The beauty in the ephemeral, the reverence for a graceful exit. Yorimasa's story remains a powerful meditation on the fleeting nature of life. In a culture that values dignity in farewell, the most enduring radiance can come from the act of disappearing itself, leaving behind not a shadow, but a lasting impression of grace. Thank you for joining me in this exploration. Until next time, may the stories we share continue to inspire and illuminate your path. ではまた。